Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here playing Madden 17 for Madden Saturday. And to start off,
hello everybody.
I will just say that in the last episode of Madden Saturday,
place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since.
I had talked about our football series where we're having a bunch of different teams play, and the winner of those different games would play against the winner of another game. And it's supposed to be a 4-team matchup thing, but I decided to expand into 8 different teams advancing to the next game, which means, if I look at this here, I'm going to just go here and show you guys real quick. We'll have a moment here while the play's getting set up.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi.
Oh shit.
At about the 35.
So we have 2 matchups today, 2 next week, and then a week after that. So we got 3 more weeks before we get to the next round. Already with wins, Patriots, Falcons, and Rams, with wins over the teams they played against. Up next, obviously, here is the Texans and Dolphins, and then the Seahawks and Chiefs coming up next.
Big key, their defensive front. They controlled the offensive line of Miami. There's no place for Ajayi to go. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing.
Alright, so here we go. Wait, why is the camera like this?
That means your playbook's wide open. You can run just.
That's kind of annoying me. Settings. Game options. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get game controlling. Zooming okay, so this shit moves the camera. Right.
About anything. A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
There we go.
Now, they give to Ajayi. And he went
I think it messes itself up actually when you're playing multiplayer, and then it doesn't change back. Holy shit, no.
You sort of take it for granted. You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block JJ.
Okay, so we got to the quarterback there. It's going to be 4th and 14. So obviously we're going to have to punt it away, and we're going to get the ball.
But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away.
Oh, wow.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
All right. Really?
Miller, the lone setback. Osweiler, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Of course. My controller wants to start dying now that I start recording. It's all right though.
Game of the regular season for DeAndre Hopkins, but still had a nice impact against Oakland. 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown, and that's what they need. They need DeAndre Hopkins controlling things on the perimeter to open things up for Lamar Miller running it.
They're really going to need everything in the kitchen sink against New England, aren't they?
The kitchen sink, rest of the house, the whole deal. But I don't count them out. I give them a puncher's chance. If Brock Osweiler can really contain himself, take care
all right, so there we go.
Can make some big plays out wide.
Making these little plays here, just trying to work down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Second down.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
We're gonna have some big play go down here.
Osweiler will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time.
Okay, first down there.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now it's Osweiler, eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
There we go. Hopkins with a nice catch there.
And that'll be good for a Houston first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him. But
the quick slants are my favorite plays to run in this game. They work well because you have your two good receivers going both ways. So you can just run them to the side and make a...
One that's intercepted, picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well,
all right.
What he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance.
Alright, so here we go. After the interception, they got a run there. So now it's 2nd and 3.
Sudden change after a turnover. Wow. Now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves.
We were working our way down the field, too, though, so that was good. We were making progress that shows that we can do it. Just not throwing an interception this time. And I think we can win this game.
In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a Giant. And he stopped immediately there. Good. Him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
So we've reached the end of a... Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
Had to throw it away. He was going to get tackled.
To no one here, he throws it away.
My dude has no completions yet.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them,
they need to get 9 yards here. We're going to get the ball back.
He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's going to go down. The Texans.
That's going to give us more field position there.
J.J. Watt. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up...
All right, here we go. Dolphins to punt it away yet again.
From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job.
Yo, he got wrecked.
They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put them on the ground.
As the Houston Texans trot back out, this offense last year in the wild card round put up a goose egg against Kansas City, lost 30-0. So while they had their moments that weren't so great,
oh my
God, 27 points on the board in a big win.
I almost threw their interception.
Like that was such a great learning experience for them, and they really put it to good practice in this year's wild card game. Remember, last season they gave up the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh my God.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do?
The winner of this game plays against the Rams in our next game.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And we talk about players blitzing all
2nd
the time.
and 16.
Often laugh and sometimes call just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Oh, my sweet little baby Jesus. You got a completion.
Get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
All right.
Now it's a Giant.
Interceptions and fumbles have given them their distance.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
We haven't allowed many
passes.
passing.
We've
allowed 11 passing.
First down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
He's going to get about a yard out of that.
Time on the completion, and it'll be third down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they...
And this is caught by Cameron for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Cameron, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And nice work on the return.
Yeah, so we got past the 25, which is
past the 30-yard line.
What you want to do in a kick return.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
So both of our drives have been... Wait, he caught that and was running. Wasn't he running? Yeah, I guess it came out after. Oh well. It's not as bad as the play that I when I was playing this game against my dad. He had thrown a touchdown. The guy had both feet down. That was not good. The game didn't call it a touchdown. It said it was incomplete, and then glitched him back to like the 30-yard line on the other side.
It was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
It was crazy. Yeah, he was like from about here. He's about the 10 or the 15-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
And then he threw an interception right after, so...
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Here's Osweiler. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well,
all right, so we got a nice play on the field. That was very good.
And the hands, a great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you...
All right, so here we go, another quick play.
And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone...
All right, so here we go. We got a minute and 21 seconds to work with. Second and 10. I'm feeling confident here to come away with some points.
On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Right side caught Fedorowicz. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now the former 1,000-yard man for the Dolphins, Lamar Miller. Now the Dolphins are going to hold.
All right, good. They got to stop there. 4th and 4.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
No.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. Flush to his right.
There we go. Got it. That is what I figured I could do.
It's a pickup of 17 there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6.
End zone?
It's an 8-yard pickup.
What?
And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sorry.
Now play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up. And he's in for the score.
Yo, he got rocked.
Brock Osweiler taking it in. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
I'm glad we got it tied up, though. That was good. Quite happy about that.
Damian Williams to return it. And he'll make it across the
That's
20.
what we needed. We needed to go into halftime with the tied game. And that's partially really why I did risk it there. Because I'm like, okay, I can come up with 3 points here. But I got an opportunity to score. And let's try.
It'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They're just going to let the clock wind down.
Well, now the Texans are
Jokes.
Stop it as they signal for a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They're just going to nail the ball down anyways, but still.
And they will take a knee here. So
alright, so the game's tied up. We're going to get the ball back at the second half.
All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. So both
So
teams
it is
have
our
marching
ball
orders,
here.
And we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
We got an opportunity.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard
to take the
line.
lead in this game.
Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. All even, we are tied, so a blank slate. Throw away those first 2 quarters, so to speak.
Yeah, I love the way you put it because you do throw them away because it's a 0-0. But you also have a couple of lessons from the first half. What did you learn?
Damn it.
What do you have to improve on? And then you get to start the second half and put it all into practice.
They'll try to take those halftime lessons and put them into practice.
All right,
indeed.
so we are starting here
Play,
7-7.
Don't blink, you might miss something. Certainly apply. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over.
Nothing too major.
An opening to get this one back up to his 20.
So we're all tied again. 3rd and 7.
It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yo, wild.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Osweiler with a sneak. He'll get a couple yards on that one.
There we go.
4th down, they're able to convert
The sneak for Osweiler.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Holy shit.
Almost intercepted.
That almost turned into an interception on. That would have been good. That would have been good. That would have been good. Alright, so get out of that shit. Wait, hold up.
Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete.
I know that from down to down, you'll hop into different offensive formations and try and fool the defense and pick up some yardage. But going into field goal formation on second down and then running a fake off of it, help me here. Help me with this one. I'm supposed to know this. Help me.
I'm so baffled that I left. DeAndre Hopkins.
There we go. That's the kind of play that we needed.
Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 71 yards.
The defense fell apart there. The run across. Touchdown. We have the lead.
They can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
So we are ahead by 7.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown.
This game, I think, is going to be a close one.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And it's a pretty
Just
good
based off the
return
fact
here,
that
so get it up
the Patriots-Cowboys game, both teams are rated very similarly in the game, and it was a close one. And these two actually have the same overall rating. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did have a close game here.
Of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play.
All right, so here we go, 2nd and 2.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And
whoa.
There, but it falls incomplete.
That was risky.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
This is Ajayi.
He's not going to get it. Yes.
Gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Yes.
And they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out.
We get the ball back.
Line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
There's about 2 minutes left here in this
and now
quarter.
Out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive,
yo, he got flipped over.
Why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it drops down incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Instead, 2nd down.
We got a lot of time to work on this game, so it's nothing that we have to like rush, because we're already winning by 7.
You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really
nice block there. I could have got a good catch out of that deal, but I didn't.
You have to continue to play at that level.
Now it's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he
first down?
First down here at about the 40.
Yes, that was very close. I wasn't sure.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slam route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that, decided he wanted to play football, and ultimately chose Arizona State because of the direct flights from his hometown in Montana into Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that true?
That's a true story. Allowed his parents to come see him play a lot easier.
Throwing.
All right, so I'm going to run out the side here. Nice throw.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That is caught right at the 10-yard
First down. We're going to the fourth quarter here.
51 NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Miller, the lone setback. Now it's Osweiler finding time. This will be caught at the 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nice.
All right, so Hopkins there made the catch.
What to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
All right, they got me there.
Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Bad idea there. Now, what's fun about this series is that actually 2 of our games so far have been played in the stadium.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
There we go. Because our first game I played at the Super Bowl, Cowboys and Patriots.
17-7.
And then with the second game,
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that
I don't know what that game was
bleed
actually.
some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that
The
ultimately
Falcons,
wins the
so
game.
we played that one in... Oh, it was the Falcons then Packers, so we played that one in Atlanta. Then the Rams and Raiders, we played that in Los Angeles.
And the Dolphins getting
And now we're back here in Houston.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
The next game I'll play as the away team.
Try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement
All right,
area.
so here you go. It is the 4th quarter. We are ahead by 10.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd and inches. If we can get a good little stop here, get the ball back, end the game. Couple of run plays, probably.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yes!
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And
now, of course, they're way down, so they have to go for it.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. We get the ball back at the 32.
And the Texans take over an excellent field position. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly
So I'm just going to run it here probably for the rest of the
right.
game.
But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just run the clock down here. Take the time off that we need.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been.
And that way we can just keep running it, run the clock down, hopefully get it into a range that they can't win from. Or try to make a big comeback.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful.
Still to go to the 2 minutes.
A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
All right, so we need a big run here to try to keep this run game whole scheme thing alive.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. This is the running back.
See, here's the thing.
Now the Dolphins are going to
We're also making the Dolphins use their timeouts.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
So I'm going to kick it here for the field goal.
Novak's kick is good.
20. Now we're up by
So they settle for just the 3
16.
There, clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the
On
fourth.
16. Should be up by 13. They're going to need to get 2 touchdowns to win.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following.
They have a minute and 48 seconds to get 2 touchdowns.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So they're going to do big plays the rest of this game.
And on that last drive,
it's pretty obvious that they have to.
Turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
No big play? All right.
Sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his
I
mind.
wore a good amount of time off the clock, which gives them here not much time to have to get down the field.
Now Tannehill. And incomplete.
You know they're going to have to go for it all the way down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it.
If they happen to get a touchdown here, they have to go.
You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They run with a giant.
All right, so first down there.
Before he's brought down at the 39.
I'm going to do the cover drop 4 play thing here.
On 1st and 10,
I need a big run down the field. Why aren't you doing big plays down the field, my dudes?
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
It's going to take them a lot to get a win here.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
All right. They have 45 seconds to score twice.
They want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Here's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
30 seconds to score twice.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
24 seconds till the Texans get the win and go play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.
The next team dip.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me?
Oh, it's our ball? What?
Maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield. Anything trying to get going again, but you're right.
No, well, if they want to give me the ball.
Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Okay, so here we go. Final play of the game. We won the game.
Looked like he had that one in the end zone, open,
but
unable to hold on to it.
I'm just going to do a long throw on the field again, see if we can get another point.
Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by
Interception with 2 seconds left.
Will get the football back. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey,
I was hoping to get to the quarterback, get a safety there, but it's okay. We win the game. Texans, Dolphins, and that means that up next, the Texans face the Rams. That one's going to be a good one as well. So that will be in a couple weeks. You guys can see the Texans play again. And make sure you guys check out the next game with the Seahawks and Chiefs.